a second. No, I don't want moderation. Oh, I forgot I gotta turn off my phone. Otherwise it's gonna be weird with me. Okay. I think we're live on YouTube. I think we're live on... Oh god. Yeah. Oh, let me do an audio check. Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Oh shoot, where's my OBS? There it is. There it is. Yeah. Right. Sorry about last week. Apparently, it's been taking a lot longer to make these human models, because I was redoing all the human models, getting some new uniforms and stuff like that, and that's a lot more challenging than I thought. But I think I've got the general workflow down. I think I figured out most of it last week. There's a couple still more small things. I hope there's small things that I need to still kind of iron out. But I think I am in a good spot so far. So it is slow, unfortunately, but unfortunately the program I'm using, which is Make Human, it's kind of a pain to use. Yeah, give me just a moment. I gotta turn off my fan so you guys can hear me. Okay. Right. And let me get where's the studio mode? Oh, there it is. Studio mode. Sweet. And let's see. Live stream capture. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the last time when we were live streaming, we were doing the battle modifiers, and we're going to basically be doing more of that today, trying to kind of finish it up. Just show you what that kind of looks like. So, actually, it's... Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see, what was the... It's been... I do live streaming so infrequently, I keep forgetting all the hotkeys. Where is it? Background, thank you. Okay, and let me change the email capture. Windows capture, and let's do... Which one is it? This one? Yeah. There we go. Okay, and I can also just quickly check. Yeah. So yeah, this is a little different. I was working on this just a moment ago. But what we basically got last time was that the settings menu, or I guess the instant action menu, sets up these two things. And then when the game actually loads, it reads from these two, and it just doesn't really do anything with that. That's what we're going to be kind of trying to implement today. I don't know if I put it down here. I did. Yeah, load general, battle settings from save data. And then we destroy it. Okay. Right. So yeah, so we're basically going to be just trying to implement the rest of this. Yeah. Not really much else to say. I will say before I continue, this week, obviously I'm live streaming. Next week I'll try to live stream as well, but the 2 weeks after that, so the first full week of July, and then the week after that, I'm gonna be out of town, so I'm not gonna be live streaming for those weeks. But I do plan on. We'll see, recording maybe an interesting video. Slightly a little off topic from game development, but I think it might be interesting for some people. So we'll see about that one. But yeah, let's see. So let's go here. So we have current captured objectives, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Yeah, right. Does this actually do... Okay, switch current game mode. If it's battle, conquest, deathmatch. Yep. Okay, okay, right. Can I even name this region? You know, it's good. We'll get back to that. Private. So going back to here, so we already have our team side, which is, where's that listed? There. I'm gonna be reordering some of this. So let's see. Combatant shift. Dual combatant shift enabled. We'll just do true by default. Battle timer enabled. Also, I could probably just copy this whole damn thing. That's what I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Battle. Modifiers. So combat shift enabled, timer enabled, timer amount, total points enabled. And that one's going to be a little different. Okay. I should maybe explain what some of these are. So combatant shift is obviously the whole switching mechanic, the soldier switching mechanic that allows you to kind of play as multiple different soldiers. There's going to be 4 different game modes that I want in this game. So there's the battle mode, which is what's currently in the game right now. Then there's going to be team deathmatch, which is basically kind of like battle, but you can respawn, and you're basically playing for points, which you can actually see right here. So you start off with 0, and you kind of try to build to either a certain amount of points, or whoever has basically the most amount of points at the end of a certain amount of time. So either you play for points, or you play for basically who has the most, or both, and that's actually what this thing is, battle goal variance. Basically, that's kind of setting up what the different kinds of goals and objectives are for each of these game modes. And then there, of course, so that the total points is basically what you're trying to, for the death match, that's basically what is the points you're trying to reach, trying to build up to, is what I wrote here. And then for Conquest is a lot like how it works in the game Battlefield, which is basically the opposite of Deathmatch. You basically start off with a certain amount of, they call it tickets, I'm calling it resources, that you can, of course, set at the beginning of the game. And then however many times you respawn, you die, you respawn, that takes up a certain amount of resources. And so you're basically trying to either get to zero, or get your other team to either zero, or basically at the end of a time limit try to see how far you can get the enemy team to be at. And then the last game mode is one-man army, which it's kind of just like a last minute thing I kind of came up with. I think it's really just there as like a really like uber difficult challenge where you're allowed to pick one soldier. You pick a random spot on the map, but the enemy team spawns in full, and your goal is to either, and again I come back to the goal variants that I listed here, you either have to capture all the objectives without dying, or you have to kill all the enemies, or both. And you can have a time limit, you might not have a time limit, and actually now that I think about it, maybe multiple respawns, if you're allowed to do that. I might actually do that. Private Ghoul battle, multiple respawns enabled. We'll do false for now. Let's do int multiple respawns limit. We'll just do 0. And that'll be used in one-man army. CDAZ's one-man army mode. So, yeah. Save that. So that's pretty much all the battle modifiers that are going to be there. Now I've also added these. These aren't going to be implemented just yet, but they will be later on. I'm going to be obviously working on having it so you can have multiple different battle strategies. That's going to be kind of like one of the first things I'm going to be working on. But this, I'm still not entirely sure how I'm going to handle this, but when it comes to custom maps, the idea is that there's only going to be a couple of levels in the entire game from the back-end perspective. And then what's going to happen is that while the game's loading, it's actually going to build the environment in runtime. And I'm not sure if that's going to happen with also the official maps or if it's just going to be the community-made maps. And so in that sense, I do need to kind of hold this data to basically let the game know, hey, load whatever level and then load whichever like game file basically. that's storing all that data. But obviously, before I can even implement something like that, I need to actually, to implement the actual custom maps, sort of like how it actually like loads and builds stuff, and that's something that I'm going to work on later. One cool thing though about this will be that once this gets implemented, right now my official maps, they're in those 3 different daytime settings, which is the Guantanamo Bay is kind of in the morning. Actually, no, that's not in the morning. That's kind of like during daytime, like noon. You have the Las Guasimas map, which is at it's at dawn, and then the San Juan map is at dusk. It's at evening. The cool thing about this will be that once this gets implemented, theoretically you can then basically make it so that all these maps can work at any time of day. So that might actually be another modifier I might add, like, hey, spawn the San Juan map, but spawn it at night. So if you want to play at night, or maybe I might have like a stormy level, right, where there's like rain and fog and whatnot, right? And we can spawn, I don't know, the Guantanamo Bay map there, right? So like you'll be able to actually pick different weather conditions and times of day. It's something I definitely want to add, just to add even more, because I can see like how playing at different times of day might change the gameplay a little bit, but it's not something I'm going to work on just yet. It's going to be definitely kind of down the road a little bit. So we have that. Obviously in here we need to actually allow us to, oh really? Region, and this is going to be set saved data, and then end region. So that's going to set battle mode. We'll get rid of that. Save the player team side into the battle settings data. There you go. I do a lot of organization just to make sure that I don't get lost. So can I do no, I can't. That sucks. All right, whatever. Okay, we'll just do this. Perfect. My visual reminder. There we go. Okay. So let's make some more. So we want setting the player team side. Let's do it. I'm going to get rid of these log warnings as well, but for right now, combat and shift. So that's the other one. So we want selected. So combat and shift enabled. Bool. We want is enabled. Is enabled. Set combat and shift enabled. Okay. I'm going to do it the booleans first. So we have battle timer enabled. And the timer enabled is enabled. Oh. Okay. Here, just so I don't forget, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to mark it so I don't actually forget that I already added it. Combatant shift, timer enabled, total points enabled. Total points limit. Oh, shoot. Yeah, a lot of kind of, I'll admit, kind of redundant stuff, but it is important to kind of keep things modular. So, yep. And I'm setting a lot of these to false by default because, again, the default setting is that you play as American and you'll have the battle setting on, or sorry, the battle game mode on. So by default, combatant shift should be enabled because it's really used mainly in battle, although you can use it in deathmatch and conquest, but battle, that's there by default. I know I put the modifier there that it was there already in battle. It's not supposed to be in battle. Battle has combatant shift on always, but for these ones you can still have it, and if it's not enabled, then you just respawn. But then, like, some of these, they're just false by default. So, I got a couple more. Resource enabled. Oh god, I keep forgetting. Let's see, we have just a couple more. Actually, no, just one more. Okay. So multiple respawns. Whoopsie daisies. There we go. Multiple respawns. Okay. There we go. Right. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Let me check if there's any. Nah. Yeah. Okay. So. So we're on multiple respawn limit, and that's the one with the integer. So. Okay. Gonna do this one as well. String. Okay. Was it just 3 more? 3 more. Okay, almost there. So let's see, battle timer amount, that is going to be here. Okay, that's a float. Float. Battle total points limit. points limit. Oh shoot! I lost track of it. There it is. Battle total points limit amount. So it's a float called limit amount. Okay. And we have one more. Which is this resource score starting amount. Again, this is going to be a float, although it probably could be an integer too, but should we make it an integer? Let's make it an integer. You know what? Screw it. Let's make it an integer. It's going to make it save a lot better. Starting amount. Okay. There we go. I'm not going to worry about comments right now. Since we'd be here for forever. There we go. There we go. So now what we can do is when we go in here, oh yeah, forgot you guys can't see that. Let's see. Studio. There we go. Studio. That. Unity. Transition. Bada bing, bada boom. So we go into our canvas over here, and we just gotta find. Yep, there's the battle modifiers. So, where did I set it? I think it was with the single player, so instant action menu, button group. Main button group, team sides. This had set player. Oh, really? Hold on, main menu selection script. Set player team side. Yeah, that's a horrible freaking way to. Oh man. Hold on. Can I not just do? That's a stupid way of doing this. Okay, I have that. Let me see if I can do this, and that's set. What is it set? Oh, God. Yeah, I think it's done it by yeah, set player teams. There we go. Okay, good. We can put a string. Thank God. No. There we go. Boom. Now we don't have to call a stupid Oh, I forgot. So you guys can't see it. Basically, what it was doing was it was calling the. There's a script for the main menu, and just temporarily, I think last time on the stream I did just a really quick method within this script for the main menu to basically call this thing and set the battle settings data from there. But I could just do it directly here, which just makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I did it that way. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Set player team side, there we go, and we'll set it to Spanish. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And we can test that too, just briefly. Save the project, make sure I did save all my, I didn't. Gotta be joking. Okay. And we press play. So we see we got, I'm just gonna clear that for a second. So if we do that, saved as current team site, American allies, that, Spanish, we're gonna be American, got it. And obviously, there we go, standard battle. Okay, oh god, don't crash. Okay, canvas, battle modifiers, button group. Right, I think I might see the problem here. Yes. Yes. The thing is, so I'm going to do this for a second. Obviously, you can't see it unless I do that. Ignore the giant sun. There we go. So here's the battle modifiers screen, and well, it's blank because right now what I have it set it up as is that it's called, or sorry, the options are created through that, again, this main menu script. So that means I still can work with this, but I have to figure out, it's got to be possible. Hold on, save project, and get me out of this view. Yes, it's fine. Okay, save project. Okay, gotta play it again. Yep. Let me go. Okay. Battle modifiers. Okay, I'm gonna go to the scene for a second. Go here. Go there. So there it is. There's our prefab. So we need to add some on-click events. Because right now those buttons literally do nothing. So let me quickly see if I can find something. Unity C# on click set by script. To set up a UI buttons on click event via script in Unity, use button.onClick.addListener. Unity event that is triggered when the button is pressed. Okay, add listener, delegate. God, okay. On click. So, hold on. With different script, yes. Inside of a different script, you need to use add listener. Okay. 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 No. That's doable. That's doable. Do we have? Sorry, I'm talking to myself a little bit. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Let me quickly change this so you all can see what I see. Okay. So here you can see we have this. So it's actually creating. It's creating the different, like, the buttons. By the way, I'm going to be changing how some of this is set up because it is a little bit more complicated than what I would have liked. Although now that I think about it, go back for a second. So we have modifiers, we have the main button group. We have the accept button. Okay. 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 Right. So here's the thing. I was thinking about it the last couple of days. I'm probably gonna be changing the way the UI works on the modifiers. Right now, it's just like a drop-down kind of system. Here, I can even show that to you. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, right now it's a drop-down system. Yes, come on. So you can see, like, yeah, it's a drop-down kind of thing. You pick one, right? Same here, right? And of course we have like a toggle. The problem I realized is that while yes, there is controller support for this, it's very finicky. And it's not really what you see in a lot of games. This is kind of more like what you'd expect from like a PC game, But since I want this game to be more compatible, not just with PC, but also on controller, like, you know, not just keyboard and mouse, but with controller support as well. What I've seen a lot of games, what they do is they have, you know, kind of like the title of whatever option or setting. They'll have some text that's kind of like the current, you know, thing that's being selected, and then they have like a left and a right arrow, and you basically, you know, flick the controller joystick or whatever up and down to select different options, and then you go left and right to change those options. I've seen that in a lot of other like AAA games. They'll do that because it basically simplifies the controls for controller, and it also still makes it kind of easy to still use for keyboard and mouse. Actually makes it really easy for keyboard, since you can kind of just select up and down and then left and right. It works perfectly for that. And so I realized I'm probably going to be going with that for pretty much all of these. But the problem is that that has a completely different way of setup than this. Here I would have to add what's called these delegates, which is basically when you're telling the script, hey, here's kind of like a here, I can even show it to you what it looks like. You have this listener, it's called an on-click listener, and so I have to basically tell right in the script, in that script I was showing earlier, I have to actually set this up, and it's kind of finicky. But if I were to do it the way I was explaining before with that kind of, you know, controller style UI, there's no reason for this, because I could literally just make it so that when you hit the accept button, it just reads everything that's here. It just will read all the values, and then we'll just say, okay, yeah, that's good, and then that's it, done. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I think actually I know. I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea. We will do under here. Load battle scenes. The hell? Oh, save current. Okay, yes. So here's what we'll do. We'll do menu UI list. The hell is that? Oh, I forgot. You guys can't see that. See menu. The hell am I looking for? This. Battle prefab 2. What's the difference? What is the difference? Oh, okay. One's a toggle, and then one is that. Okay, and we're not gonna use either of them. Right. Okay. Right. Let's see. So, whoa. There. So in here, what I think is we're going to do is we're going to go here for a second. Where is it? Oh. Here. Are these all serializable? Fudge. No. Menu lock. Map select ID. Yeah, there's a bunch of crap I gotta get rid of. This is what happens when you get spaghetti code. It just starts getting crazy, you know, hard to read because you have all these different variables. That's not even being used. Okay. Private. Here, I might even just do this. Actually, new and used variables. Winky face. Okay, private. Game object? Let's go with game object. Let's go with game object. Game object. And then let's just do battle modifier UI list reference list. Let's do ref list. Used solely by the accept button in the battle modifiers menu. Okay. And so what we can do, let's do this. List. Oh, wait a minute. How did I do it here? The hell? That was only used once? Oh, here, modding menu. Okay. What the hell? Did I never like set that or something? The hell? Cause I could do a list. Frick it, we'll use a list. Since I'm dumb. Since I'm dumb and I don't want to game object, thank you very much. So we'll go down here. We'll do new list of a game object. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we'll just do here battle modifier list dot add. We'll just add the game object time. Modifier UI. And we have this thing. Oh, the hell. Oh, okay. It's setting the drop down options. Okay. Ah. Yeah, chances are we're probably not going to finish this either today as well because it's already been an hour. But at least I got somewhat of the thing. I can probably get it done on my own before next week. Oh, shit. And then this guy. Yeah, again, we have different like UI types here, which is why this isn't going to really work now. but I'm going to basically make it later so that it's just one single UI type. So that'll make it a lot easier to read. It's about a modifier UI reference. So there we go. And basically the idea here is we'll do for int I is equal to 0, I less than, what was the name of it? Thank you very much. Size. It's not size? What is it called? Oh, count. It's count. Plus plus. And for right now, I'm literally just gonna read. Let me see. So that's get child 1, get child 1. Of course, that one has to be get child 0 for some reason. No, that's also get child 1. Thank God. Okay, okay, they're all the second child. Okay, sweet, awesome. Really? Hold on. Did they really make it that easy? I think they did. Yep, they really made it that easy. Awesome. Sweet. So we just do battle modifier reference list. Boom. Dot I get child bro. You mean get component? You mean game object? Game object. Get child. Gosh, dang it. It's transform.getChild. That was game object.child. Okay. Transform.getChild. And you're gonna get the second child. And then you're going to check what the component is. Get component TM dropdown, or it's either, okay, yeah, that's what we do. We put this in an, damn it, if get component TM, what the heck is it called? TM drop down. Shoot. Is not equal to null. If else. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry, not if else. Else if. Thank you. Thank you, brain. We don't want drop down, we want toggle. So if it's not equal to null, we can read the value, can't we? We'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do debug.log warning. This guy. Dot value. Drop down Toggle value. I don't think it's called value. It's but what is it? Is on. Is on. And then let's see, in the actual, like, the name of it, does it say? No. Oh, it's a modifier name. Okay, okay, okay. I see, I see, I see. Yeah, this guy. That's always going to be 0. Okay, sweet. String modifier name is equal to what is it? This thing. No, I'm gonna be lazy, real lazy. That. Get child 1 dot, what is it, text. Done. Okay, hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. How did I save it? Yeah, hope to God it is. Alright. Let's see. Studio mode. Oh, wait, I forgot. Boom. 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 Change that to Unity. If this works, we're ending it here then. Oh. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Single player instant action. So here we go. We got, let's just do like 10 minutes, just so I know it's actually working. Only objectives, and we'll just do none on that. And accept modifiers. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Shit. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I was like, why is it not doing anything? No, I'm the stupid moron. Yeah, let's go here, and then this guy. We'll just put that there. There. We can still do the canvas, and we just go bam. Where's the save? It's here. Here. Save. Save current battle modifiers. Boom. I was wondering, like, why is that not working? Save. Save project. And hopefully this works. Clear that. There, there. Okay. 10 minutes. Only objectives. Accept. Holy crap, does it actually work? Oh, kind of. Kind of. Restricted combat shift. Toggle value. False. Good. Dropped in value 2. It's working, but it's not giving me... Does it not tell me... It gives me value. Can I give it... Can it show me like what the options are? Like values? No? Options? Options! It's a list. Name drop down option data. Jeez. Okay, here we'll do DM drop down. Whoop. Oh, I forgot you guys can't see that either. Ah. There. Okay. We back. Okay. Drop down menu, some modifier drop down. Bada bing bada boom. And then this thing is just gonna be there. I'm gonna type this in like 50 million times. And then we can just do modifier drop down dot options, and then modifier drop down dot value. That should work. And if it does, what it should do is it should show me the value. Yes. Boom, boom. I'm gonna just do that. Battle modifiers. We'll do 15. We'll do objectives. We'll do that. Are you freaking joking? DM drop down plus option data. What do you mean plus option data? Man, I thought that was gonna be so easy. You gotta be joking. It's just a string, man. It's just a string. Add options, yeah. It's a string of options. Options. Okay, well, and then what was it? It was plus option data. Yeah. Well, again, you know, I'm that's fine by me, because again, I'm not using this anymore, so I'm going to be changing it. But the one thing we definitely can do, I'm going to turn this off for a second, is at least get it to be in that save data. So let's do that, at least for that toggle. let's see. That. Transition. Okay. So we want to call this guy. So all we do is we just do, we got our reference actually over here. Where is it? And then we can just do dot restricted silver switch. That was it. Restricted. Combatant shift enabled. And we're just gonna, because I have it the wrong way, we'll do the opposite of this thing. That's it, I believe. If we wanted to, we can have like a switch case kind of thing. We have a switch case, and we have like a modifier name, and then we just say something like, in the case of the modifier being called, what's it called? Restricted combatant shift. And by the way, I did put okay, I'll get back to that later. Restricted combatant shift. And then we'll just say something like, yeah, we'll just do this. Break. Okay. I'm gonna just get rid of these, well, just comment it out. And this thing should still give me, yeah, that. Okay. Let me switch back to the game for a second. Studio. Just make sure my, yeah. Okay. Almost done. Oh my god. Come on. Okay. Clear that for a second. Battle modifiers. Let's just do, let's do not for right now. And we could see, yes, combatant shift enabled saved as true. We go into here, and then we hit that, and we say accept, and we can see that it's been restricted. And again, last time when we worked on stream, we've already made it so that it can actually be read within the game, so there we go. we've pretty much added most of the main stuff, and now I'm just gonna off stream just add the UI changes, and then the boring stuff of just copying and pasting all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the battle modifiers. So next time either I'm gonna have all of that done, or if not, then I might do a little bit of that at the beginning of the stream. But hopefully next week I can actually start working on some other stuff coding wise. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna end the stream here because I've been going live for way too long. I usually like to keep these things under an hour or around an hour. So, but yeah, again, we'll be live streaming again next week, but it will be the week after that, the 2 weeks after that, I won't be here. So, but yeah, some good progress. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next week.